So let's think about an outdoor shop. And if you are looking for a pack, you will probably think of a backpack and not of a pack of travel towels or whatever kind of a pack. Let's use the search for the pack. And as you can see, based on the pure text matching, so we have a total mismatch in what we thought, what we will see, and what the results looking like. So that is not really matching our context in that moment. But let's bring in there the magic of the first part of the personalization we added here. So we can add here a second search. And right now I will activate the personalization with the personalizations module here. And magic is happening. So that is exactly what we would expect if we are searching in an outdoor shop for a pack. So for a trekking or a travel backpack, whatever. So that is what we are adding here. So it's really adding the contextual understanding in the very first way that brings a huge improvement of the search results. So Joel will explain it later in detail how the magic works. But to say it in a nutshell, so this is what you can see right now here is what most of the shoppers would interact with that specific search query. And we call it as well wisdom of the crowd. And compared to what you can see on the left side, on pure text matching, then you can see on the right side what we did here with the first part of the AI is awesome. So at the end, it leads to more human-like behavior. And not only that, but you will benefit as well from less manual work. E.g., in the past, you had to, let's say, optimize that by adding synonyms, for example, by adding ranking rules, or by influencing the result by campaigns, whatever. So investing a lot of manual effort to really have that in place. Another cool thing about that, by bringing in there some kind of a general relevance, is that this is acting pretty fast. So Blixt is really learning pretty fast and already based on small amount of data. That enables you to really act and interact with seasonal effects. I think a good example here is helmet. So as you can see on the left side, the pure text matching will display a lot of ski helmets. So, but the season is over. So on the right side, what we enriched with general relevance, you can see that climbing helmets and stuff like that are really pushed. And that's awesome. So because in the summer season, that is what most of the people would look like in the context by searching helmet in an outdoor store. And that's really awesome. So after we brought in their general relevance to the search result, let's come into the part where we will have a look really on what we are doing with the one-to-one personalization, what Stephen already explained. So the context the shoppers are moving within is not only influenced by the general relevance and the general behavior. So it's much more based on the individual interests and preferences that are determining the intention behind the search query. And the exact same search query can be very different for different shoppers. And with Blixt, so we are really ensuring to match the individual context of the shopper and moving beyond segmentation to the intent personalization, what Stephen already explained. Let's have a look into the demo shop, and I will start my shopper's journey searching for socks. So the result here as well is based on general relevance, and you can see some mixture as well from different brands and different kind of socks. So I will go to Smart Wool sock here and interact with that sock. And by clicking on that, I have shown my intent in that moment. If I'm now moving back to Falke, I can really see, okay, so it's changing. So based on my intent, I just showed with the interaction before. So we added the personal intent to the general relevance we had before here for the shopping experience, really starting by just one click. And yeah, so that's really awesome. And it's not only based on the intent based on the session, but as well as Stephen mentioned as well, we are considering the shopper's history. All right. So, but now let's bring in the human factor and the human control. by ranking rules and campaigns. So therefore, let's check for pants, how that would look like. Again, on the left side, let's have a look how we can influence it by activating different kind of ranking rules. So by activating these ranking rules, as you can see on the blue label, so we added a boost for the brand Salomon. And with the red, we boosted the brand Engel. And again, let's add another ranking rule to boost products that are discounted. And as you can see, the entire result is changing.
Philipp, so just for clarification, it basically means that we still have the manual configuration possibilities where people are used to from FactFinder in the past. However, we can decide to now put personalization powered by Loop on top. Is that right?
Yeah, that is where we are combining the manual part from FactFinder and bringing in there the awesome AI from Loop. But to be honest, so we are giving here only a direction to the AI. So at the end, the AI overrides the ranking rules, for example. So if the learning or the individual preferences speak heavily against what the customer's intent is. So that is awesome because with that, we avoid the effect of one size fits all that we would apply with the ranking rules. Because let's say ranking rules are in that moment very general and are not considering the individual shopper. But by having the AI in addition to that, so we have a slight influence by the ranking rules, and we are avoiding the effect of the one size fits all. So because you will have at the end your personal intent and the products based on what you're interacting with. So again, let's summarize. So first of all, with Blixt, you will get more relevant searches by less manual effort, and that including as well very fast adjustment on seasonal effects. So that's what we are calling wisdom of the crowd in that moment. The second step is that we will bring in their personalization that is going beyond segmentation based on intent or as well on the purchase history. And the third thing is that we are adding the manual control, as we just explained right now. So you can bring in there your business goals, as we have seen here, for example, pushing brands, pushing products in sale, for example, or as well pushing products with a high margin. And the best at the end is you can really make it visible. So this is not a black box anymore. So you can really make it visible and can get an understanding of what is happening for a specific customer, for a specific interaction, whatever. So I think that's really cool and outstanding.